Alright, give you a little video here on a Blue Ridge Homestead Harvest pasta sauce that we're making. I've got my turkey roaster. I think this one's probably 16 quart maybe. What I've done is I've went out and got a bunch of tomatoes, mostly Romas. As you can tell, I've got a bell pepper, some yellow tomatoes, yellow squash, zucchini. I've got one tiny eggplant in there, and I'm going to roast this stuff for probably about, I don't know, 20 hours, and then come back and see what it needs as far as being blended up and stuff like that. The skins are on. Cut any bad spots out. Cut your cores out of your tomatoes. Just half the squash and quartered the zucchini. And the zucchini we had this year are these type right there, and they're called an 8-ball zucchini. They get about the size of a baseball softball, and they are very, very tasty. So we'll come back here in a few hours and we'll check in on it and see where we're at. I have this on right at 325, and I'll roast that for probably 10 or 12 hours at that heat, and then I'll turn it down probably before bed tonight and then check on it real early in the morning. So I'll bring y'all back here in several hours. Oh, we're waiting on that to stew some more. Figure we'd come out here and pick some beans. Got some pretty nice Blue Lake beans here. Doing really well this year. Got some right here. And this here is Farm Dog. She's a mess right now. You want a bean? Want a bean? Yep, she loves her veggies. Carrots and all. Boom! Mind-blowing. Green beans. That's right. Green beans in the pot. Alright, this is our 4 hours later update. After I've added the onions and stuff. They're still a little bit holding together, but you can mesh them. So they're cooking up good. Peppers are cooking down well. Tomatoes are just all cooked in. Can't really see. You see a little bit of the garlic added here and there. Sorry about that fog up there. Yeah, it's coming together. It smells heavenly. It's gonna be some good stuff on top of some noodles with some venison burger or fresh beef. We'll leave that in there to stew for several more hours. Okay, so it's been about 11 hours, and it's time to add the peppers and onions to this. I go around the inside, core it out, dump the seeds out. You want to get that white line that's in there. That's the bitters. Probably won't make a huge difference in this, but nonetheless, I normally take them out, so I'm going to today. I've got several onions that I've went out and grabbed out of the pantry. These are some of the ones we've grown this year. These are Texas sweet variety, and they're pretty good. Some of them didn't get so big, so that's kind of the ones I'm using here. Leave them whole. If you had a big onion, you want to cut it up quarters, cut up halves. It'll cook down. That's probably equal to maybe 2.5 good sized onions. I have probably a total of 3 bell peppers. These are ones we've grown here too. And we're gonna half those before we put them in the pot. when you take all your stuff off of your onions, you're going to be left with, you know, some tops, some skin, as some people call it. Take that stuff, put it in a freezer bag, save it. If you ever make chicken stock, that's free flavor. Chicken stock is something that you're going to strain out anyway, so none of that's going to end up in it, but all that flavor that's in these tops and bottoms are a good addition to that. So we're going to go over here and see what the pot looks like. See what we got. Let me turn it down a little bit. I don't want to blast us with steam. It's sizzling away. So this is what we've cooked down to so far. If you look, yes, I have added a few tomatoes. I did not think I had enough, so I threw about a dozen in there. And yeah, this is getting a good consistency for blending. And I'm going to use an emulsion blender. Not sure if y'all are familiar with that, but it's basically a blender on a stick, and you're going to stick that tip end down in there like so, and just and it'll just do its thing. The squash is cooked up really good. Zucchini, you can't even hardly see it anymore. It's all cooking down. So I'm gonna go ahead and add our onions now. Like I said, you just throw them in there. There's a little gut pile, as I like to call it, or vegetable gut pile. And that'll go to the chickens. They'll make us some eggs with it. So with these peppers, you don't have to be fancy. It's all getting blended up. Just crush them and toss them. Man, those are so crunchy. Give me a little bit of ranch. Maybe not even just any ranch, maybe just some salt, pepper. So we'll go ahead and drop all these in there. Power went out earlier. That little storm rolled through, which was good. We'll do that. And next, I'm going to add probably 3 cloves of garlic. Just, you gotta garlic it to your taste. However you like garlic is how you want to do it. I tend to like things a little bit garlicky. My wife doesn't, so I'll go somewhere in the middle. And just stir everything down in there. See them tomatoes I added in there probably, I don't know, probably an hour ago. They're just dissolving down in it with everything else. We'll go ahead and turn this back up and catch y'all in a few more hours. All right, this is our 4 hours later update after I've added the onions and stuff. They're still a little bit holding together, but you can mesh them, so they're cooking up good. Peppers are cooking down well. Tomatoes are just all cooked in. Can't really see. You see a little bit of the garlic added here and there. Sorry about that fog up there. But yeah, it's coming together. It smells heavenly. It's going to be some good stuff on top of some noodles with some venison burger or fresh beef. We'll leave that in there to stew for several more hours. All right, welcome back. It's pretty much all done, cooked up. It just needs to be blended. Get that nice dark roasted look to it. So to season this up, you can kind of season it to your taste. If you like more oregano, put more oregano in it. We're going to use this, like I said, for a pasta sauce. So we're going to flavor it like an Italian seasoning. So what I've done, I've put a little more onion in it, some basil leaf, black pepper, some quality salt, Italian seasoning, and oregano leaves. Like I said, do it to your liking. The lemon juice will come into play here a little later. Basically, I put everything in a jar. So that's a itty bitty jar. So that's what will be going in it. Season it to your liking. If you like more oregano, then that's what you need to put in it. If you like it spicier, you might want to put some red pepper flakes, which would really be pretty good, I'd say. Yes, you can see there's a couple carrots in there. And green beans. It's pretty much, I guess you could say it's the chow chow of the pasta sauce world. But we're gonna fire up this emulsion blender and see if we can get some blended up. Like I said, this is an emulsion blender. You might call it a stick blender. Same deal. So you're just basically set it in there. You're just running it across. Don't raise it up out of there because it will fly all over the place. But you know, bring her up. You can put it on lower, high. Little by little. Grind it up. I'll come back to that. It's pretty noisy. Alright, we're back. We're getting ready to can this up. I've got 2 jars ready to go, giving it a 1-inch headspace. Canner's hot. Got my lids and stuff cleaned up and ready to go. My rag, got a little vinegar to wipe the rim of the jar down, like so, before I put the lids on. So we're getting ready to fill these jars and get them canned up. You're gonna can this 25 minutes. All right, so we got the canner going on the inside. That's why we came out here. It's just way too noisy to try to talk over top of it. We end up getting 7 quarts out of that. And like I said, it's a kind of a Homestead harvest pasta sauce. Really, really tasty, turned out really good. It's got a nice roasted flavor. It's kind of sweet, got a little spice on the end. It's pretty good stuff. Y'all try to make some for yourself. Full of vitamins, full of minerals. I wrote down a little bit of what's in here. Of course, the tomatoes have vitamin C. Your carrots that you put in it have vitamin A, K, and it has calcium. Your squash has vitamins A, C, B6. The green beans that are in it has A, C, potassium, and zinc. The green peppers have B6, K, E, and A. So it's very good for you. That's not even counting the minerals that are in it. That's just vitamins alone. Got my inspiration for this from that 1870s Homestead. They put a video out not too long ago, something similar that she did, and I just kind of did my own spin on it. It's very easy. I'm pretty sure anybody could do that. Watch this video. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. We got a Facebook group. We're on Instagram. It's a good group of people that are all here for the same reason. We're trying to learn from each other. So if you like that kind of stuff, come on over and get in the group. But for now, it's Lewis and Sally for Blue Ridge Homestead saying, come grow with us.